All right, listen up. We're here to rectify a critical weakness in your linguistic arsenal. Your fluency, your precision, and yes, your very safety depend on what you are about to learn. So pay close attention. Together, we're going to forge you into a more effective operative.
First things first, let's assess your current capabilities. Think of this as a simple diagnostic. Your answer, however, will reveal everything about the fundamental state of your linguistic mindset. Prepare yourself. Analyze your options. One of these demonstrates a clear plan for victory. The other reveals a detached, hypothetical mindset. Choose now. The correct answer is A. Now, if you hesitated or if you chose B, a weakness has just been confirmed. But don't be discouraged. That's precisely why you're here. We are going to correct this flaw, and we're going to correct it together. Now observe the core distinction here. Sentence A operates on the absolute assumption of success. It's already planning the next action in the sequence. Sentence B, on the other hand, treats success like it's just a topic of discussion. This is the difference between a future reality and a distant possibility. Do not dismiss this as some trivial matter of grammar. Let me be clear. Your inability to instinctively distinguish between these two forms has severe tactical consequences. Let's examine them. These are your points of failure. In a conversation, you're going to create dissonance, you'll sound like an amateur. On your examination, you'll be penalized for this lack of clarity, costing you critical points. But most importantly, you demonstrate a lack of precision. And precision is not optional. A lack of it is a liability in any operation. You must understand this. All right, now we deconstruct and rebuild your understanding. I need your full focus. This is doctrine. We begin with tada. Let's get this straight. Tada is not merely if. It signifies a timeline. It means one event must be completed before the next one can even begin. It establishes a clear, sequential order of operations. Analyze this sentence. The structure is non-negotiable. First, you pass the N2. That's event 1, completed. Then, and only then, do you proceed to event 2, the trip. It's a sequence, and it is bound by time. Now, this is the crucial point. The ta form here does not mean past. It signifies a completed state. The condition has to be met, finished, and confirmed before that timeline can advance. Think of it like checking a box. This is your formula for tada. Event leads to the next action. Commit it to memory. An event is completed, and it triggers the subsequent action. It follows the unyielding flow of time. Simple. Okay, now for the second component, nada. This operates on a different battlefield entirely. This isn't about time, it's about logic and information. See, nada doesn't care about a sequence of events. It cares about a sequence of ideas. It takes a piece of information, a topic that's been introduced into the conversation, and uses that as the premise for a judgment, a suggestion, or a question. Observe this exchange. Speaker B's response is triggered by the information that Speaker H has provided. The premise is, you passed. The logical judgment that follows from that premise is, N1 is the next objective. So this is your formula for nada. A premise is established and a conclusion is drawn from it. This is the logic of dialogue, not the flow of time. Commit this slide to memory. This is the entire doctrine in one tactical overview. Tada is for the sequence of events, the jikan no junban. Nara is for the sequence of conversation, the kaiwa no junban. The distinction is absolute. Do not confuse them again. The task ahead is difficult, I know, but your potential is greater. So now we move to a live fire exercise. Your understanding is about to be tested against a real-world threat where failure has severe financial consequences. Observe this command from a potential scammer. They're using tada to create a direct sequence of actions. Step 1, arrive. Step 2, enter. There is no room for thought. There is no room for questioning. And here it is again. Tada is deployed to create a timeline with a non-negotiable deadline. This is designed to make the threat feel immediate, real, and inevitable. Pay or suffer the consequences. The sequence is brutally clear. So what's the enemy's tactic? It's simple. Tada makes the scam feel like it's a real event, unfolding right now. It pulls you into a timeline, forcing you to act before you have a chance to think. But nada? Nada creates a moment of reflection. It gives you psychological distance. If that's the case, it allows you to step back and evaluate the premise. A scammer never wants you to think. They want you to act. And that is why they avoid nada.
You now possess the intelligence to identify and analyze this threat. The following are your standing orders. These are not suggestions. They are protocol.
When you are pressured with a tada timeline that involves your money or your personal information, your protocol is clear and immediate. 1. Notice the tactic. 2. Recognize it for what it is, a threat. 3. Contact your support network, family, friends, the police for verification. Do not deviate from this protocol.
And this is your final, unwavering order. This knowledge is not just grammar. It is your shield. Use it. Protect yourself and protect those you care about. Do not become a casualty. Briefing concluded.